Hey folks, this is Waylon, obviously, I guess. So I'm here to do what once was a monthly State of Elephant. This one's focused on editorial. And by editorial, I also mean readership. So let's start with readership. So most of you have heard me say this, and it's incredibly vague. So I understand that it's not that helpful. But at the same time, it's everything. I find when I'm burned out or distracted on readership, I can't succeed. The only way I can succeed on readership is to get myself through music or through morale or through a combination of the two. Sometimes I don't need music. Sometimes I'm just psyched to be focused and to kind of kick ass and to have the sort of attitude where if I'm failing, doesn't matter. I just stay on it. And it's like a full court press in basketball. And eventually things start popping like popcorn. Last couple of shifts have been examples of that. I, have been kind of burned out or low energy, as Trump might say. And then the last hour, I finally kind of like shake myself loose and get present and start rocking. So finding a good song has really helped me with that. And I use those good songs that pump me up until I burn out on them. So that's number one, readership. You have to be focused. It's fine to be in a social atmosphere if you can be focused. I love working in cafes that have socialness around me, but I really can't afford to talk or be distracted unless I'm going to the bathroom or whatever, taking a break. And, that's very clear cut. So number two, I wrote a little list here. Lindsay and I just had some long talks on Saturday. We're really considering whether to schedule. We have some gaps during the day. We have some gaps at the night. Schedule new posts only directly from Fuel. And instead of just putting people on, Cara and others are saying, are saying readership is just super dead from 2 to 4 a.m. And if we believe you, if it's not just collapsing on your watch and it is suddenly now dead, maybe we should just schedule probably 2 posts an hour, since 99% of the time scheduled posts fail. We're now at 800 at our peak. So if you're getting it to 800, 900, 1,000 during the day, you're a rock star. Getting above that, you're my heroine or hero. The Facebook threat that they're experimenting in other countries with basically killing all journalism and news. Nothing we can really do about that. It'll happen or not. The only thing we can do about it is build the ecosystem, and that has made some progress. The Paygate finally came together today, but obviously that's just, slow and steady, and they're doing what they can, and we can't control the ecosystem either. So basically, if Facebook decides to kill us, maybe we'll be dead. And I understand it's a lot, and we'll react from there. We're small and thoughtful, and we'll be thoughtful. We haven't, I don't think, ever laid anyone off because of just the way businesses lay people off. We're really just plowing ahead, and I know it's more fun to win, but this is noble work, even if we're not winning. And whenever we connect with someone, we get all those comments. I cried the other day. I shared how I was kind of burned out, and the Elephant staff, Elephant readership just expressed how they were brokenhearted, and we had a big love-in, and I shared a PEMA article, and I added the PEMA link to the original quote, which then becomes an article. It's a nice little trick. I showed Callie and some others, Caitlin. So anyway, I know it's more fun to win, but we just have to understand that winning within 400, 800, 1,000, whatever our new goal is winning. And thanks to Dave and Shannon and Carrie and Summer, Bess, Susan, we can afford more than ever with far less than ever. So for now, we're barely okay. That said, barely is underlined and italics and bold and all caps. Barely. So every minute that you're working with Elephant, remember the mission and try to connect that mission with your own life's mission and be inspired and help other people and really kick ass. Because if we don't kick ass right now, we're going to be in a tough spot where we're going to have to make painful decisions. All right, notes. I just want to remind people, it's shocking to me that Lizelle and a couple others, but mainly Lizelle, is at like 22 hours on readership, a few others at 20. That's an epic amount. So some of you are really struggling and not doing too well at 3 hours, at 5 hours, at 10 hours. If you're not doing well on readership, ask for more training, ask for more tips. We need you to show up. All right, page 1. Learning is obviously the point of page 1. So it's not just me being in there for fun. I have very little time. I have tons of meetings, which I'm not very good at and don't enjoy frequently, but I'm doing them for all of us and for our readers. And so, you know, you really all need to read page 1, all of it, and try and learn, absorb. You're all intelligent people, so let's just get better at thinking like readers. Would I read this if I'm a reader? Sarah made a note about teamwork or competitiveness. I just watched a documentary on 60 Minutes. They're incredibly competitive to the point where they're stealing stories from each other and doing so with a smile and a wink. So we don't need to be quite that competitive, but we can drive each other toward excellence, and competitiveness and teamwork can coexist. Okay. I think that's everything. I want to keep this short. Thank you, everyone. And let's, if we can survive this no man's land between the great success we've had in the past, the great financial success we're having now, but with that we're barely surviving. And if we can get to the promised land, which is Facebook relaxes, which I doubt, or the ecosystem comes to fruition, then we can really succeed. And if we can't get through this no man's land, it's all up to you. Thank you.